Good morning and welcome to the first update in absolutely ages. We've had a couple of problems with the camera, including some people bringing their camera to me that forgot batteries. We've had lots of rain and snow and all that sort of stuff. So apologies about the lack of updates recently. So I'm currently outside. It's the second weekend of February, maybe first weekend of February, not quite sure. Second weekend of February. Just caught some time in between rain showers because we've currently got Storm Eric going on, so I thought I'd give you a quick update of where we are. In fact, I'll give you an update as we walk around. That'd be the easiest thing to do, won't it? So let me turn the camera around and right, so if we head back out to the front so that we can turn around and have a look, because I really genuinely can't remember when the last time we had an update was. You can see the outside of the house has changed dramatically. We put a second path up simply so we can get vehicles up to the house without them getting bogged down. So the problem that we've had with the snow and the rain recently, and the fact that our garden is beautiful topsoil throughout, has meant that things have started to sink quite a lot. So we put a little bit of protection in with the dual track up here, and that's actually worked out pretty well so far. You can see there is a nice big pile of cabling in the ground. So this is the protective conduit for the electric cables and the internet cables that will eventually feed into our new garage. And if we look over to the side here, we can see our pile of rubble in the front is getting larger and larger and larger. We've also got a lovely big pile of old soil here, which we are going to be getting rid of shortly. And on this side we have the same. We've got some dirty soil, some subsoil, and then a massive pile of beautiful topsoil, because we've been digging foundations. We've dug out the foundations a couple of weeks ago with an excavator. The council came to sign them off and decided that because of the type of soil that we've got here, we actually needed to go down further. So these actually go down 1.5 meters now. We've hit gravel along most of it, and then chalk at the back, which is really handy. You can see we've got the electric cable here going through the foundations that feeds into the garage, and we've got our brand new waste pipes, and you can see the two pipes that are over here. This will feed the downstairs toilet and shower room, and the laundry room that we're going to have put in, which will be where the washing machine and the tumble dryer goes, and then these will shoot up into the roof. And if we come along here, you can see the rest of the foundations. So these are all done now and signed off. The only thing we've got to add to these is some clayboard. So we're using Jablite 50mm clayboard as directed by the council. Now, the reason we've had to do this is that although we're not actually digging into clay, the topsoil here actually has some quite clay-like properties about it. In addition to that, we've got obviously the two trees that are here. We've got some willow trees over there, which they were actually quite concerned about, and a cherry tree over next door past the fence, and they were all too close to these foundations. So they've recommended we put clayboard in. The clayboard has arrived now, so we're going to be doing that this weekend. If we come over here, we can see exactly the same thing on these foundations. I'm going to get in and clean these up a little bit because we've had a little bit of subsidence where the snow's melted and it's taken a little bit of soil with it. So we've got to just dig in 200mm underneath the house, line this with the clayboard, and we're all done. If we pop out actually around the side, you can see what Dad's doing today. We have to shrink one of the windows in what will become the master bedroom, bedroom 1. So Dad has removed the window, and as you can see, he's bricking up at the moment, and we're going to make a wooden frame in there until the new windows are ready to go in place. So that's Dad's job for the weekend. We're also going to be doing the same to Emma's bedroom window, which will be bedroom 3, which is that one there. That was going to be made a little bit smaller as well. So if we head on inside, we can see in here now we have the clayboard is waiting to be put into place. I know what you're thinking. It looks like polystyrene. It is. It's like pink polystyrene basically. It has some special properties that mean that it will help the foundations not to move around as the clay soil moves. That's my understanding of it. But to you and me and anyone else, it just looks like polystyrene. If we shoot on upstairs, we can just see there's been a couple of changes up here as well now. We've been working inside as best we can in between the weather, so we've got the door is being cut, or the door shape has been cut, ready to go through into the extension once it's built, and the lintel's been put in place ready to support that. That's just drying off at the moment. And if we come through, we can see that the window at the back, which will be part of the hallway window, has been cut out now. And here's Dad working away at the moment, bricking up the window for the master bedroom. I don't think anything's changed upstairs in the attic room. We have had quite a lot of dealings with the council now, so I think since the last video we've had the plans have gone in for building regulations approval. What they've actually specified is that we have to have a steel ridge beam in to support the ridge board that you can see here. Due to the lack of headroom, I mean, we don't have a real lack of headroom, but there would be if we put in a large steel spanning this area. So due to the headroom, we've actually had to get a specialist steel made. So we had a choice of one that was 200mm deep, which would have meant we lost 200mm of headroom, or one that was 152, so we gained a little bit of headroom back. But because of the weight it needed to be, if we went with the 152, we had to get it basically custom made. And that has it's been frustrating, really frustrating, and very expensive. I mean, that custom steel was 3 times the price of all the other steels that we've had to get for the house. But it's been fine. I've had some really good help. My friend Foz, who I know from the OCR community, who is a whiz with metal, and he's a fabricator friend of mine. He's been helping out sourcing the steels and advising on where to get them, and doing the drilling and the cutting for the splicing and all that sort of fun stuff. So that's all being done really well. We've got Gary, my building contractor, a good friend of mine. He's coming in to start pouring the concrete for the foundations this Thursday, so we can finally start seeing things moving forward after months and months and months of destruction, and us being able to do sort of a couple of little jobs while we've been waiting for building regs approval and council sign off and all those sorts of fun things. We're finally at a place where we can move forward. So really exciting times, and hopefully the next time I give you an update we should have some foundations poured, so fingers crossed.